Okay, so I had 3 journals that I wrote on this day of the 4th, and here is the last of them. True Listening Adventure, Creating Sacred Space. Feel into yourself, deep down, into the within of you. Get silent and still inside. Though there is really no inside or outside, we use these words to convey something. So follow them. Follow them with your attention. Go inside and just be. Know that you are an embodiment as opposed to an embodiment. That is something so special that your human mind cannot contain it, so don't try. Stay within and just feel it out. You are that. The great I am. That is your very nature. Don't listen to mind's arguments now unless you want to lose your sacred space. Thoughts don't vibrate with heart. Their waves are different. The choice is yours. Have you ever been really listened to? Did someone, anyone, ever make room in their heart to sit and just let you speak? Just listen, as if there were nothing else more important on the planet in that moment. Do you know that feeling, the feeling of truly being heard? Frankly, most of us don't. And if we ever found someone who was able to make this sacred space for us, chances are our programming to worthlessness got in the way and we cut ourselves off, cut short what heart may have wanted to say. As you're feeling into your own sacred space there, keep going deeper, crossing all boundaries. Let go. Go to that core spot, that very sacred place where you've held all this time that which you really wanted to share, but found no worthy receiver. We don't bring out our special stuff in a less than sacred environment, do we? We know better than that, or I hope we do. We don't want our sacred stuff shot down. So, chances are, if you're human, that you've got something deep down inside of you there that wants to be said, to be shared. It could be about anything or nothing. That isn't the point. The point is what it means to you. And that's what makes it sacred, not what the words are. Words are very secondary. They are not the communication. The energy of it is. Now, my friends, if you want to really get in touch with you, it's time to bring out that which has been silenced all this time. It's time to listen to yourself, to this that you wanted to say. If you have a sacred friend, someone who can fully understand you and understand the sacredness of this, someone who knows how to listen, you may even have a worthy partner to act as sounding board for you, but maybe not. Most of us have friends and acquaintances, family too, who don't know how to truly listen, who don't know what a sacred act this is. Don't share it with them, please. First, They're not in a space that is worthy of this. But even if you tried, chances are that which is sacred within wouldn't want to come forth. For true listening to occur, there must be a certain warmth and openness on both sides, not just one. And just because you love one another doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean the loved one can make sacred space for you to share within. So please consider carefully when you do this. It's one thing to manage to get deep down inside, to come into contact with your message, your unsaid communication. It's another to deliver it. Both activities are sacred. Together, they make a whole. Now, this is not a second best that I'm going to offer here, though mind might want to view it that way. It is the sacred only one, that is the whole of us. In this, one is enough. You found there's something inside that wants to be said. Good enough. You yourself can complete the circle to form the whole. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Just as important as bringing this forth to be heard is the hearing of that. And how many are truly good listeners? If we will all just watch ourselves for a day, we'll find how we respond to what others say with information about us, about how that relates to our self. We're not often still and internally quiet enough to really listen, and your interior messages deserve that. So, I suggest you be both speaker and listener for your sacred journeys here. I'm going to suggest that you journal it, write it down. This will be an interesting journey for sure, as you're calling on both self and self, little s, capital S, to form the sacred infinity sign, the lazy figure 8, to be both sides. Don't go into this until you feel it is right. It may take some adjusting to the mere idea. Then, too, it may take a few false starts until you get the feelings, the timings, the details just right to enable the flow to come forth. Whatever you do, go by the feel. Keep mind out of it. This is happening on much deeper levels than mind is suited for. There are several ways to journal. I'd go with the lowest tech one you're comfortable with. Lest you automatically want to type or keyboard your work, do consider this first. If you're wanting to be able to write it down quickly enough, that assumes it is coming from mind, which is quick like that. And this isn't. It's coming from heart, from that very deep place. So I can share with you that in all the thousands of pages I have journaled by hand over the decades, I do not even notice speed at all. It's not an issue. You are one. You are one being, and your inner message suits itself to your chosen method of bringing it forth. Of course, you can speak your words into a recording device, MP3, video camera of some kind. You can use a word processor of some kind and type it out. Then there is the choice of pencil or pen. Those are my favorites, especially pencil. I once used a fountain pen for a while. That's a special feeling too. You have a range of choices. What suits you? Maybe play with them, seeking for what feels best. You want it to just be out of the way. You don't want the methodology of it intruding. Just remember to keep the mind at bay and make your choices by going by the feel of it. And then when you're ready, sit quietly for some moments, getting settled deep within. Contact that spot that has never been heard. You may or may not know what it is that wants to be said. I'll suggest you probably don't. It doesn't matter though, the message or messages are there, just awaiting the perfect setup as the welcome to come forth. Now, your job, once you've made the deep inner contact, is well begun. Until you reach this point, your focus has been getting to the inner point and readying the message to come forth. Now the focus switches once the words start to flow. And this is where you'll want to be vigilant still to keep mind out of it. Just let heart speak. It's easy enough to realize that over all these years, there's good reason these words didn't come out. There were things holding them back. Some of those things have to do with finding a suitable listener, which in our world there are few, as we've discussed. It's got to be just the right listener, one who won't stop or impede the flow in any way. No criticism or judgment is allowed, strictly not, and that includes from you. Did you hear that? Are you truly listening? If you want your most sacred insides to come out into the open and reveal themselves, then you must first have a pact of trust. Are you a trustworthy listener yourself? Will you allow your inner self a full hearing? What if something you don't approve of comes up? Can you care more about the speaker than about your prejudices, ideas, and beliefs? Can you keep that open, welcoming force field of love intact no matter what comes? It's something to consider before you start rather than after. You see, once your inner being finds enough trust to begin to share with you or with whatever good listener you found, it's critically important that the flow of this speech be not impeded, not in any way. You can even turn off the phones, the alarms, anything that will disturb. This is sacred space, so respect it. Set it up with loving care. Each of these steps goes into weaving the bonds of sacred trust. Now that all of the pre-work has been carefully seen to and all has been considered, now comes the big shift. Now, only now, are you ready to be the best, the most loving listener who ever walked the earth. Your inner message, your inner messenger deserves that. You deserve it. Now, this is basically God speaking to God with all the reverence and respect, the infinite love involved in that. So, now is the time, now is the place, and now the sacred space is prepared to listen to you. And be sure to take it down in some way. You may well be in an altered state and, similar to dreams, not remember later. Now, you don't have to, of course. It would be well and wonderful just to have created the sacred space and gotten the words to come forth. There will be true and deep blessings from that, so don't limit yourself. That is the main point, not the taking down of the words. As in everything else, go by the feel of it. Follow your heart. Just don't censor yourself, and that's a bigger challenge than many will realize. We don't realize how this whole society is set up to cut off and censor us at every turn. It's been so well incrementalized and drilled into us that by the time we graduate school, we self-censor as a matter of course. We don't even notice it. We call it normal. This is what you'll be working with, so do be aware of it. Start watching the self, perhaps, alert to pick up all the subtle and not so subtle ways you have of controlling you. Now, this is done by the mind. That is why, by sticking strictly to your heart, you can bypass the whole of it. There's no censor in heart. There's only freedom here. Finally, all the steps we can take in our lives to encourage heart-centric living are beneficial in so many ways. We hardly know at this point the blessings in store for us here. So keep moving in heart's direction all of your days, all of your ways. This is to make sacred space for your real self to come through in your life. Society has done all it can to clamp down on and exterminate even the idea of a sacred self, of an inner being, soul, spirit, call it what you will. And that makes it hard for us, but not at all impossible. Be blessed, my friends. My hope here is that even one shall come into the inner understanding, which we'll call innerstanding, surrounding the sacredness of true heart listening. And for those with such beings in your life who can listen in this sacred way, you are truly wealthy. Did you know that? Well, you are. These are the nurturers of the soul. Chances are they know it not, but now you do. Let us be thankful for all of the blessings in our lives. That's the best way to multiply blessings, by the way, to be grateful for what you have. Not that I would go about it with the idea of multiplying blessings. That is to create expectations, and I just don't go for that, as you probably know by now. The true power, all of it, is found now and here. Forget the future and the past and let your focus rest right in this moment. The now here. Take out the space is nowhere. You'll be truly amazed once you find out about this. It's a life changer. May you be abundantly blessed.